What's up guys, this is Sheldon. Welcome back to iOS tutorials. Today we won't be doing any video or coding tutorial. So we're gonna talk about the iOS 10.3 which is released recently. I'm gonna show you guys the top 5 things you should know as an iOS developer. So let's get it started. So the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is Apple file system, which is short as APFS. The best solution to understand this Apple file system, of course, is to reading directly from Wikipedia. But there's a few things that I need to emphasize I want to emphasize for you. This APFS is not directly related to our regular life as an iOS developer, but I think it's better for us to understand at least a few terms of this Apple file system and why this is good. The first thing that we need to know is when the user upgrade to iOS 10.3, the system is actually taking less space than the previous version. The only reason of using less space is because of this Apple file system. We need to know that this Apple file system is specially designed for SSD only, and you guys must know all the iOS devices are using SSD only. And next term you guys may want to remember is when we copy and write the data, there will be a term that called copy on write. If there's new data coming to an existing file, it will not directly overwrite the old file. Instead, it will get the updated data, it will create a new instance, and it will modify the new instance depending on the changes, and then it will delete the old data instance. So you guys may know there were some crashing issue on this file system when we overwriting data, but using this copy and write term, this file system crashing is kind of avoided, which is pretty cool. Another important feature of APFS is that the encryption enhancements. It can have no encryption for sure. Also, it can have single key and multi-key encryption. So I will post a link for this APFS from Wikipedia. If you guys are interested, you can definitely take a look at it. And next, this one is the one that I like most among all the 5 things that we need to know. So we call it customized icon for your app. I have already finished a small project of this feature as you can see in the screen. And now I want to say it will give you some freedom of changing the app icons without upgrading your app in iTunes Connect. This is the best one, right? So the following 2 cases will be good for this customized icon. So the first one will be, imagine we have some special holidays are coming. For example, Christmas or Valentine's Day. We can put a small Santa Claus there on the corner, or a rose for the Valentine's Day, and replace the original one to show your app is updated and related to the real life. And the second case will be promotions. I think this one is the best case, that if you have some promotion, you can put a banner like 20% off, let's say on the right corner of your app icon, to let the user know, or to remind the user you are having some promotions. Maybe it gives you more chance to let the user buy some content within your app. In the demo, I'm making the changing process of the icon locally, but actually using web service to invoke the function is an ideal case. For example, imagine you have some web service that whenever the user launches the app, and you invoke some service to check if you need to update your app icon, and then you just simply update from your web service. Changing your app icon locally is also not a bad idea, because some of the case, for example, if you have some sports app, that the user will have some preferred team. For example, if you watch football, maybe you like Broncos, and probably you're gonna want your app to be having the icon of Broncos logo. So in this case, user can choose their own icon, which is actually already be done in the MLB app. So in the MLB app, you can choose your best baseball team and put there as your app icon. So this is very good practice for the locally customized icon for the users. So next, this is finally coming. So developers can reply reviews in iTunes I believe this will help us a lot, but also it have some drawbacks. So for example, let's see, some user of your app might be not that smart. We cannot say they're stupid, but sometimes you have a very good function there in your app, but the user could not just simply understand how to use that function. So the user might be frustrated and just leave a 1-star rating there in the review of the iTunes. So using this new feature, reply reviews in iTunes, it gives the developers a chance to explain, oh, probably you just don't know how to use it. It's not like our app is not doing a good job. And also another possibility is that sometimes the user is reporting, oh, your app is crashing in some scenarios. So this may give the developers a chance to ask the user if you can give more details of the scenario that when your app is crashing. The user may or may not reply you, but there is a chance that user tells you more details, and then you can fix some crash or fix some bugs using this reply system. But as I mentioned, it will also have some drawbacks because a business side may expecting more. If the users are replying, oh, it's better to have this feature, that feature, that feature, and then you reply it, the user may give you more expectations, and also the business side may give you some more pressure to deliver it. Some of them may be easy to deliver, but some of them may be not. So I cannot say this point is very good as an iOS developer. And next, finally it comes the app rating system within our app. So now to rate the app, user don't have to leave the app and go to App Store anymore. For example, for me, I only rate the app if the app is really sucking. Means if the app is doing a good job, 90% of time I don't want to rate it because I'm lazy. I don't want to go to App Store and give it a rating. But now there is an API that we can directly use within the app and give a rate. I bet all the apps will get more ratings now. Last but not least, yes, the final one we're going to talk is keychain changes. I mean, before the official 10.3 is released, people found that in beta 2 version, when we delete the app, the keychain that stores all the app info will also be deleted. So it means the data in keychain is not persistent anymore. I bet this is somehow related to the APFS, which is Apple file system, but I'm not quite sure about it. Because keychain is related to the encryptions and they're changing the encryption system for the file systems, that could be related. But I mean, I haven't seen the notes for the 10.3 official version about the keychain changes, but if this is true, means we have to be very careful when we deliver the keychain function, because usually we store some user information in the keychain, and next time even the user delete their app, we can fetch the user account info using some kind of UUID, for example, that we have stored in the keychain. Maybe user ID, maybe device ID. It depends on the logic you are returning, but it may be not available anymore. So I'm not quite sure about the fifth point, which is I'm not quite sure about the keychain changes. So if you guys know the exact result, please leave comments, and if we can confirm it's not available anymore, we really need to care about this. I hope this video find you some useful information that you're needing. As an iOS developer, I really recommend you to subscribe to our channel, and you are most welcome to post any opinion in the discussion part of our channel, and I will check my channel every day basically. So if you found any interesting topics, we can also make video tutorials as well depending on the topic. So I will see you guys soon in the next video tutorial. Peace.